Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to PSYCHIANT. Today, we were diving into something deep but chill. 15 key psychological insights about women that'll flip the way you see things. Now, before you click away thinking this is some cheesy pickup guide or a rant, hear me out. This isn't about tricks or judgment. It's about understanding straight-up Stoic style. We're talking Marcus Aurelius vibes. Seeing reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. No fluff, no drama, just raw insights grounded in psychology, and a bit of that timeless Stoic wisdom. Why women? Because half the world's population deserves a look beneath the surface, and honestly, understanding them better helps us all, men, women, whoever, navigate life with less chaos and more clarity. These 15 points aren't here to box anyone in. They're patterns, tendencies, backed by science and observation. And as Stoics, we don't get mad or obsessed about what we find. We accept it, work with it, and keep our cool. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's unpack this. Whether you're a dude trying to figure out the women in your life, or a woman curious about what's ticking in your own head, there's something here for you. Oh, and stick around to the end. I've got a little Stoic challenge for you. Let's roll. Number 1. Emotions guide them. And that's perfectly natural first. Women generally rely more on emotions to navigate life compared to men. Research indicates that their amygdala, the brain's emotional control center, activates more intensely. This isn't a flaw, it's simply biology. A Stoic doesn't judge that. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." So, when she's upset about something that doesn't make sense to you, don't resist it. Acknowledge it as her reality. The key? Stay composed. You don't have to get swept up in the emotions. Just ensure you don't get overwhelmed by them. Number 2. They crave connection over conquest. Men often pursue achievements, status, victories, material success. Women, on the other hand, prioritize relationships. Evolutionary psychology suggests this stems from nurturing instincts. Forming strong bonds helped early societies survive. A Stoic perspective? It's not superior or inferior, just different. Don't try to fix her desire to talk things through. As Epictetus said, focus on what's in your control. Simply listen, acknowledge, and let her connect. You'll save yourself a lot of frustration. Number 3. Subtlety is their language. Women often communicate through hints rather than direct statements. Research on social dynamics suggests they are more sensitive to nonverbal cues, tone, posture, and overall energy. Stoicism teaches us to observe without overreacting. If she says, "I'm fine," but looks like she's planning your downfall, she's probably not fine. Don't panic, just stay aware. It's a skill, not a trick. Number 4. Security trumps adventure, usually. Evolutionary studies suggest that women tend to prioritize security, emotional, physical, and financial, over risk. This isn't fearfulness, it's a survival strategy. A Stoic wouldn't dismiss that. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." So, if she's worried about stability, don't brush it off. Recognize her concern, but maintain your own calm. You can't make her relax, but you can lead by example. Number 5. They mirror your energy. Psychologists call this emotional contagion. Women have a natural ability to pick up and reflect the emotions of those around them. If you're anxious, frustrated, or tense, she's likely to absorb that energy and respond in kind. The Stoic approach? Regulate yourself first. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Instead of reacting to chaos, embody calmness. When you remain steady, she'll often follow suit. It's not about control or manipulation. It's simply the way human connection works. Lead with composure, and you'll create a more peaceful dynamic. Number 6. Validation beats solutions. Men are wired to fix problems, but women often just want to be heard. Research on gender communication confirms this. Empathy matters more to her than immediate solutions. A Stoic doesn't waste energy trying to impose logic on emotions. Instead of rushing to solve the issue, simply listen. Acknowledge her feelings with a nod and a simple, "That sucks." That alone can be more powerful than any advice. You're not her mechanic, you're her anchor. Your steady presence is often all she really needs. Number 7. Their intuition is freaky good. Science shows that women's brains are naturally wired for pattern recognition, making them incredibly skilled at detecting subtle changes in tone, behavior, or mood. This is why she can sense when something's off, sometimes before you even realize it yourself. It's not magic, it's biology. A Stoic doesn't waste energy trying to outsmart this. As Epictetus said, accept what you can't change. Instead of dodging, downplaying, or sugarcoating the truth, be honest. She'll likely figure it out anyway, and attempting to conceal things will only erode trust. Transparency isn't just the best policy, it's the only policy. Number 8. Multitasking is their superpower. Brain scans reveal that women are naturally better at juggling multiple tasks thanks to a more active corpus callosum, the bridge connecting both hemispheres of the brain. That's why she can be cooking, texting, and planning tomorrow. So schedule all at once while you were still trying to find your socks. A Stoic wouldn't see this as a competition, but as something to appreciate. As Shakespeare said, there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Instead of feeling frustrated or inadequate, just step back and admire the skill. Let her shine and focus on what you do best. Number 9. They hold grudges like treasures. Psychology suggests that women process betrayal more deeply due to oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which strengthens emotional ties. When those bonds break, the impact lasts longer. This isn't pettiness, it's biology. A Stoic doesn't grovel for forgiveness or drown in guilt. Instead, acknowledge your mistake, apologize sincerely, and then move forward. As Marcus Aurelius taught, give yourself a gift, the present moment. She may never forget, but that doesn't mean you have to carry the weight forever. Do your part, then rest easy.
Number 10. Social approval matters. Research shows that women are naturally more attuned to social dynamics, likely due to an evolutionary need to foster strong community ties. That's why her friends' opinions of you might carry more weight than you prefer. A Stoic doesn't take this personally. As Seneca asked, what need is there to weep over parts of life? Instead of worrying about winning over her social circle, focus on your own character. Be a person of integrity, and let the rest take care of itself. Her approval matters, but your virtue matters more.
Number 11. They test you without knowing it. Psychologists call this fitness testing, a subconscious way of checking your strength, whether emotional, mental, or even physical. She might challenge you, nag, or push your buttons, not out of malice, but as an instinctive way to gauge your stability. A Stoic doesn't react with frustration or resentment. As Marcus Aurelius said, the obstacle is the way. The best response? Stay calm, composed, and unshaken. Instead of engaging in the struggle, rise above it. Pass the test by refusing to play the game. Number 12. Beauty is their currency and burden. Society constantly reinforces the idea that a woman's worth is tied to her appearance. Studies on self-esteem show that this pressure affects them more deeply than men. A Stoic doesn't contribute to this cycle. Instead of only praising her looks, focus on what she truly controls: her intelligence, resilience, and character. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Help her recognize that her true value lies beyond the surface. Encourage her to see her worth in what she builds, not just in how she appears. Number 13. They fear abandonment more than you think. Evolutionary psychology links this to deep-rooted attachment instincts. Losing a partner in the past often meant losing protection, resources, or even survival itself. So, if she seems clingy, it's not always insecurity. Sometimes it's just biology at work. A Stoic approach? Offer reassurance without losing your own sense of self. As Epictetus said, you become what you give your attention to. Show her stability, but maintain your own balance. Love should be a source of strength, not dependency. Number 14. Hormones aren't an excuse, they're a factor. Science confirms that fluctuations in estrogen and progesterone can significantly impact mood, whether it's PMS, pregnancy, or menopause. These shifts aren't excuses, they're biological realities. A Stoic doesn't dismiss or mock them. As the old saying goes, bear and forbear. Instead of reacting with frustration, practice patience. Her storm isn't your enemy. It's just something to navigate with understanding and steadiness. Number 15. They want strength, not dominance. True strength isn't about control or intimidation. It's about being calm, steady, and dependable. Psychological studies on mate preference show that women prioritize competence and emotional stability over aggression or bravado. Stoicism captures this perfectly. He is most powerful who has power over himself. The goal isn't to dominate, but to be a source of strength. Be her rock, not her ruler. There you go, 15 insights to chew on. The Stoic takeaway? None of this is good or bad. It just is. Women, men, we're all wired different, and that's fine. The goal isn't to change her or outsmart her. It's to understand, accept, and keep your own peace. Marcus Aurelius would say, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." So, let's not waste energy fighting what's natural. Here's your challenge. Pick one of these insights and watch it play out this week. Don't argue, don't judge. Just observe. Maybe it's her need for connection or that freaky intuition. See it, nod, and stay chill. That's the Stoic way. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's one thing about women that's blown your mind? I'll catch you in the next one. Stay calm, stay wise. Peace out.